Hello everyone and good evening on a Sunday. I'm here to give you my day 18 of 30 Days of Insight, and I'm going to keep it pretty brief because my cold that I talked about a few days ago it's moved into my chest, and so my voice is a little weaker than normal. But I'll get through this for this video for you. So the insight that I have for you today is all about 3 core areas of wisdom that we have within our body. So of course we have our heads, our logical brains, our rational minds. We've got our hearts, our emotional centers, and then we've got our guts, our place of intuition and that inner wisdom. And so to me, one thing that I realized today actually was that we all have seasons in life where the universe is calling us to develop one of these areas within ourselves, because all 3 of these areas of wisdom have such amazing things to offer us in life that to me it's important to develop all of them over your lifetime. It's not just that you live in one or the other. At the same time, one might be showing up for you more strongly than another depending on what's going on in your life. So to give you my own example, I realized today that when I was younger, specifically a teenager, and going through a lot of life events like my parents separating, I became very serious. I became very dedicated to my studies and being in university and really chasing my career in those days. And so at that point in my life, I was developing a lot of my head energy. I was in my head a lot. And that was important for me to be there, to develop that logical, rational side of myself and to be able to deal with solving problems back in those days. And that served me really well to have that. And yet there was a point in my early 20s when that no longer served me, to be in my head all the time. And so in my early 20s, I remember it was about 4 years ago where I started transitioning to tapping into my intuition. And a big part of that was discovering the Enneagram, which I'll put a link in this video, because I realized with the Enneagram, my core 9 energy had access to a lot of intuition. I just wasn't listening to it. So your gut, that place where you can again get in touch with who you really are, that instinctual nature within yourself, that's something that I developed through my early 20s and over the last 4 years. And then I realized that chapter is actually coming to a close. And this is my realization this morning. It's very fresh. And what the universe is calling for from me now is to develop my heart, because it's one of those areas of wisdom within my body that I haven't been in touch with as much. And yet, of course, becoming a mother soon, and in January my daughter is due to be born, that is the perfect opportunity for me to step into my heart in a deep place of love, and love for myself and for my daughter and for my partner and for all the people in my life, and to really practice diving into that area, which I'm not so used to. So the question for all of you is to consider which one of those 3 areas is the universe calling for you to develop, so that you can round out more and more parts of yourself. And to me, there's seasons for all of this, and maybe over the course of years and maybe over the course of months that you could really use some time and energy to dive into one of those places. So that's my insight for you on this Sunday evening. I do hope that you had a great weekend, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.